Here with women's basketball coach Brent Pollairi and sophomore Brandi Blattner. Thank you for being here, you two. Coach, great start to the season. You open up conference with a nice overtime win over Carleton. You're 5-1 overall. You like where you're at right now in terms of how things are going?
Yeah, and we got to get better. I mean, you'll probably hear me say that the whole year, but we have to improve on some things. I like how we finished our game at Carleton, and I like a lot of the actions we got. We got 42 free throws. If you do that, you're doing some good stuff. So that was good. But yeah, we got to get better.
And Brandi, before we talk basketball, congratulations on your All-American honor in volleyball. Have you gotten to basketball mode yet? Because you really didn't have any time to rest. You went playoff volleyball, and now boom, right away you're playing basketball. Has it been a tough transition?
At first it was a little like, just like with being in shape and stuff like that, because volleyball and basketball are different types of like running wise. But otherwise, like with the help of my teammates and stuff and my coach, I progressed a lot.
And so let's talk about Wednesday's game against Carleton. Big basket by you to send it into overtime, and then Emma Schaefer's bank shot, as I call it, to win it with half a second left. Talk a little bit about that game, because you had to come from behind, and it seems like you guys are almost comfortable doing that.
Well, it was our first conference game, and so we were coming into it like being a little nervous because like we have a whole new kind of team this year, like a lot of new freshmen, and so it was a little too close for comfort for me, and I don't want to do that again. We were so lucky that we were able to come back just because we have that like fight and pursue to just finish it off, and that's what we did.
And Coach, we've talked about that. It seems like this team, no matter how the start of the game is, they're going to be determined that come the end of the game, they're going to be in it and they're going to have a chance to win. Is it something you guys talk about in terms of let's make sure we play from opening tip to the final buzzer?
Yeah, we talk about it, but it's them just having guts. I mean, working hard, having guts, not giving up, and then just trying to put ourselves in a chance to win at the end is something. That was probably the biggest upset of a comeback I've ever been a part of. So.
Brandi, talk a little bit, you had mentioned it, talk a little bit about this team in terms of the chemistry, because there are a lot of new faces, and really kind of like last year, it's not necessarily that they're new faces, but they're in new roles, and you, of course, are one of those as a sophomore this year, not the freshman. I'm sure people are looking to you more for that leadership, as well as your seniors that you have on the team. Talk a little bit about the makeup of this team.
Well, I can say that we all get along really well, and we're all like willing to learn from one another, and like we're always helping each other, like getting better and always pushing ourselves in practice. And I just feel like we're just a really tight-knit group that we can figure this out, and we're going to do great things when it comes to the rest of the season.
And Coach, you kick off another conference game on Saturday against Concordia. Really a busy 8 days for you guys. You've got 4 games in 8 days, and so a lot needs to happen over the next week. Talk a little bit about Saturday and what we can expect from Concordia.
Concordia is a really good team, really good point guard, good post play. And they're coming off a game kind of like us where they didn't play their best game. I'm sure they're hungry to come back and try to play a little bit better here. But yeah, we've got a stretch of pretty important games. I think we have 7 home games coming up in a row, and we'd like to come out of that pretty well here.
And talk a little bit about that, Brandi, because as Coach mentioned, you got a lot of home games. You guys are very successful on the home court, as I've noted before, 47-5 in the last 5 years. That's averaging 1 loss a year at home. What is it about playing at home that makes it so tough for teams to come here?
Just like all the fans that we come, and it's such a great atmosphere to play in, and we're used to playing on our court, and it's just really fun to be in. Especially we have a new floor this year, and so it's really fun to play in that gym.
1 o'clock Saturday afternoon, Concordia comes to town. Good luck.
All right, thank you, Don.